Hello, hello, hello. This is a doodled, artfully doodling channeled messages for Pisces. And let me tell you, I also do note that most of these intuitive readings, whether I do them with tarot cards, oracle cards, my own decks, as well as, in this case, simply doodling while I'm channeling Pisces, I got a lot of information in today. And I started first with a drawing, and I felt what's really going on with Pisces, which is who has had, Pisces have been quiet, really quiet, more quiet than their usual. For those of you that know Pisces, that follow the Pisces, crosswatch Pisces signs, and they've been going through some really tough stuff. And I picked up some really important things that hopefully, and words that kept coming in. And so it seems as if, let's start with, frankly, where you are now. There is, you're soothing, or some of you may be soothing in the wrong way. There's a strong attraction to learning about soothing naturally. The reason why I bring this up is that, again, year end, the year of the wood snake is finally moving on, and we need to shed that no longer serves us. And I definitely have and for you especially, Pisces, there's a definite, there's been discord, and definitely discard anything no longer serving you. A lot of it has brought you pain that you did not even ask for. That may be from other outside sources, people, pain, and because you don't talk about it, it stays in your body, which basically creates even more pain than you're already feeling with your healing process, which, by the way, for a lot of 2025, you being a water sign, you sort of feel like you've gone in circles. And as fish don't like to go in circles. They like to travel. But it's real. I got a definite strong message to not just respect your boundaries, but make sure others respect your boundaries, okay? This is the important part. Your boundaries, okay? Whatever that may be. But maybe someone's just overstepping their bounds with you. Maybe they're taking advantage of you. Maybe they don't even know. Maybe you're not even like, why am I even in this scenario or in this relationship? Especially if it just doesn't serve it, if it's costing you, if you're starting to feel the scales are tipping one way or another, that's not a balanced relationship. Let's go there. Okay, that's the easy way to look at things. And when you're starting to she owes me or he owes me, man, that's taking a lot of spend. Wow, she really being calculated or taking a lot of my time. I need, it. So I know in some cases, Pisces, you like to, some fish, they like to go underneath the rock. They want to hide for a little bit. And that's okay too. That's your soothing process. And what really huge message I got regarding your healing journey, okay? 2026 is going to be, you're going to feel energy that you haven't felt in years in 2026. And that's due to the fire horse in the Chinese horoscope that will start coming about, in February. But we really won't start feeling the energy until Aries season. And, but until then, the next 2 months, especially on the year end here, reconnect with you, not the you that everyone else knows, the real you. You've been showing other people a wonderful side of you, okay? Not to complain, but the real you has been missing. Like, when was the last time you laughed so hard for 10 seconds? Okay, count to 10. Watch your phone to count to 10 seconds, and try to remember how old were you, or did you even? How many times did you laugh this past year that lasted even 5 seconds? So 2026 is screaming at you to start being the year that you basically, again, respect your boundaries. You have a voice. You're allowed to use it and learn to use it in a soothing way. Okay. So it's not, I'm not saying smooth, soothe. Okay. And this is about being sensitive to everybody. You're not the only one that has been hurt. Now, just like a betta fish, and I really should link like these people that, get free fish at the, no such thing as fishes, by the way, the word, fish, one or two, unless something's changed in the Webster Dictionary. Anyhow, what's really important is that these betta fishes that are like floating, they're on their side, they've lost all their color, and these smart people that know how to work with fish, literally save the fish, and within 3 days the fish is like starting to swim, not sideways but the correct way. All of a sudden it's starting to get some color, and then within 3 weeks, it's incredible, and it's fascinating to see the metamorphosization. That's not pronounced right. The changes that happen so quickly within 3 weeks of this fish just being taken care of by someone who knows how to take care of them. So you need to learn how to take care of you and who aids you and respecting you, that you need this healing time. Yes, it can happen in 3 weeks, but that's just a start, because there's lots, I think in your case, Pisces, there's lots of levels to some of the pain that has been stuck inside, and you really want to release some of that. Some of the tips I also learned, picked up here when I was doodling, was the disconnect. And disconnect meaning, in other words, to protect and respect your boundaries. You're going to want to disconnect from maybe a couple of communities that you normally just hang out with. Let's say, Thursday or Friday night, and you go out for drinks or something like that. It also says to disconnect from loud things, off-putting people. Okay, so if there's people that are running at a low energy, and you're trying to heal, you're healing vibes. Remember, everything is energy. That's why I have the Hamsa. Is everything is energy. Okay, the Hamsa sign, not the Hamsa sign. It's the Om sign in Sanskrit. And I'm just going to hit this little statement. And you're like, oh, okay, I get it. So everything makes noise, right? All the planets make noise, and even this Sanskrit image on my tattoo, the Om sign, that's actually the sound that the Earth generates out in the universe. Okay. Now we all have different okay, right? So it sounds corny, I know, but when you start to respect your own energy and know that you need to be with people that have a bit of different energy levels, not necessarily energy level, but I'm talking about, when someone walks in, okay, let's say you're hanging out at a bar, right? And someone comes in and you're like, oh my God, I will never go near that person. Oh, it's just their energy. They just sort of like got bad vibes ripping off them. That's a cat toy in the background. There's, you're going to hear that maybe twice. Okay. So obviously listen. I guess that's clarification, to listen to the odd noises around you. Okay. Especially. And don't be too much in your brain. The disconnect is going to let you connect with your heart again to understand. And I noticed too, with, by disconnecting and finding real sacred spaces, honor those spaces, honor you. All right. So when you find, and it's not just going underneath the rock, it's because you need sunlight. You need to be with like-minded people who have a calm disposition, who are comfortable in their skin. And it shows too that when you start to disconnect and you start to, gosh, I remember what I used to do. For example, remember the energy and the soul that you had, that you could connect with when you were a young child? That's what I'm talking about. That's the real you. Okay? Before society, before your life's experiences have really brought you to today. Now, that's not to say, remember, anything that's happened in your past, you get to tell the story, okay? Not anyone else. It just makes you who you are today. It's not a descriptive of who you are today. That brings me to the taking stock and reviewing both, again, with your heart and mind and soul, because once you realize or attach or attract and be aware of where in your health you can help your heart, where can you help your mind, where can you help your soul, it will actually activate and all, like, naturally. And so the pain that you may be, or the inflammation, I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on YouTube. Okay, please follow your doctor's directions and all things. But I'm telling you that when you start to address and start to honor your boundaries within your heart, mind, and soul, naturally the body will follow. It will release. We all know that the body actually can contain and hold in triggers and trauma that we may have experienced all throughout our lives. And if we haven't found a way to export that, it stays in our bodies. And it can be really traumatic to how our body functions. And the Pisces, you want to swim, as you should. And by swimming, but swim in a safe area. Swim so that you become that beta fish that has been transformed. And it also says not only respect your boundaries, I even suggest checking out new boundaries, because you're disconnecting from perhaps some older community or some communities and people that no longer serve you. You find that are off-putting. They're not really doing anything for you. And when I say doing something for you, I'm not just talking about tasks or chores. I'm just, wow, they maybe you've outgrown them, and that's okay too. Okay, and that's disheartening. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just, but that's what happens when you start opening up your beautiful brain. Sorry about that. That when you open up your beautiful, that's what happens. That things start to shake, right? So just like the camera. Now I also got picked up to that. When you start to create and review what you want your reality to be, okay, this is the disconnect will allow you to see what is your reality at the moment, okay? Huge important. What's real? Also, what's not real? What's like, I don't really know if that's how they feel, or I don't know if that's really, I need to clarify, or maybe I'm imagining. Feel what your body is trying to tell you, okay? Because you are really creating your new reality for 2026. And it's time to take action, okay? It's time to take action. And by doing that in the next 2 weeks, you'll be able to review, to be able to plan it out. And that's where I got this sort of step by step, and basically break down your plan into bite-sized pieces, which is something one of my mentors, Lola Rogers, always says. And it just matters, because you'll be able to comfort your mind and your heart and your soul. And when I first started this doodle, I started with drawing this bed somehow, and I don't know why, but it's just what came to my mind. So, and it's interesting. You notice there's a lot of air and space in this bed underneath the bed, right? It's not the best drawing of a bed that I've done by any means, but it's sort of like, again, clearing away the cobwebs. Have it so that what's in your bed is clear to you, what should be in your bed. Okay, I don't know how that means, but maybe you're dating someone that just, they no longer serve you. Maybe you want someone to be in that bed with you that you haven't connected with. Plan that out. So you know, this is a time where to really review your life. These are just channeled messages, as I'm an intuitive. My name is Leah. I'm Lily Q here at the Nine of Cups and Heart and Soul Apothecary. And I do all sorts of readings, including these fun, or at least they're fun for me, because I'm just doodling, intuitive channeling. And I connect with each of the signs. Now, we're in the sign of Aquarius with the moon, and so we're just about to, once Aquarius goes, we're going to go straight into Pisces within like a day or two. And we just had the new moon on the 20th, which is great time now because basically once the new moon happens, it means the full moon is starting to grow, or the moon is starting technically to grow into a full moon. So it's a time to build, to grow, to plant the seeds for growth. And it's a great time to set your intentions, and which it's important, okay? Now, I definitely suggest that one of your intentions for 2026 is to really concentrate on your healing. And it's not just healing your body, okay, but healing the things that that hadn't been healed. And there is such freedom from that. And I see that by going through some of these motions, going through some of these steps, and the steps are going to be easier than you think, especially when you break them down into those bite-sized pieces I talked about. There may be one or two, you know, hiccups I see here with the colors here, but I think it's going to be really smooth sailing. In fact, I channeled hopscotch. So you're going to be able to like boop, boop, and then like sort of like when you get to here, you're like, oh, and you like the ladder in the apples. Remember that game when we were children? You'd be able to climb the ladder quickly and basically go straight to where you now can take stock of what you got, set it up to reconnect after you disconnect. So again, you want to disconnect from off-putting people, not hanging around with those that just have low vibes that are just, they're always complaining about crap, okay? It's always, woe me, woe that. Oh, my girlfriend this. Oh, my boyfriend, my partner that. I got no money. My car is this. You know, the more one complains, including yourself, basically just tracks more of that beautiful negative energy you're not looking for. So you can flip the switch and say, well, what is good in my life? What is really working? And the more you say thanks, frankly, to that, the easier it's going to be for you to review your plans so that you can quickly and easily discard, take that ladder to jump the few steps, and have a wonderful bed to jump into anytime you want. And this sort of healing circle that you've been going back and forth, going over and over and over, this sort of is going to stop, okay? Boop. As soon as you reconnect with you, the real you, okay? And only you can figure that out. In other words, the you that you've been presenting outwardly, yeah, well, it's you're missing the old you. You used to laugh more. You know, and lately it's sort of like you're moody. There's no need to be. In Pisces, it can be moody, but there's, you know, this is not the time. Listen, believe me, 2026, with this fire horse, there's going to be lots of energy. So you're going to be needing to be in your best health for it. And the more you take a soothing approach to heal, in other words, you're going to have to be, that's another one too, I'm just picking up. Be kind to you and others. Okay? We're all going through stuff sometimes we don't even know what someone is going through. So, while you do your things, okay, you need to be kind. Remember, it doesn't happen in 3 weeks, but there will be change in 3 weeks, and within another 3 weeks, there'll be even further more changes that you'll be, farther down the path. And so I look forward to seeing and hearing from you, Pisces, and you cross watchers, how this year end shapes up for you to respect your boundaries, disconnect from the loud, off-putting peeps, and reconnect with the real you that you're missing. Because once you do that, reconnect, your health regarding your heart, mind, and soul will start to reconnect with how to basically start your new reality. It's time to take action. Take care, Pisces. I hope you have a great day. And let's remember, 2025, it's already on the fly. Let that shit go. Take what resonates and leave the rest. This is Lily Quinn for the Nine of Cups and the Heart and Soul Apothecary. And 2026, it's not going to be a fix, but it's going to be licks. All right, let's have some fun. Toodles.